Standard form of a linear equation consists of ax plus by is equal to c. Okay, so our a, okay, this is very important. Okay, your a must be a whole number. So what this means is we're going to have no negatives. Okay. Your B and C must be integers. Okay. So what this means is no fractions. No fractions or no decimals. Okay. There's a couple ways we can put it into standard form. Okay, but you have it written down. I'm gonna go through this pretty fast so we have enough examples. First thing is the slope is very important. Okay, the reason why the slope is very important is that helps us to set up our equation to start. Okay, so we have 2 points here. Okay, our slope formula is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, we're going to identify our x1 y1 or x2 y2. Right? The reason why we identify is it just helps us to put the right numbers in the right place in our formula. Okay? So our y2 is 3, our y1 is 2, so we have 3 minus 2, and we know 3 minus 2 is 1. Good. We have our x2, which is going to be negative 4, minus our x1, which is going to be negative 5. Great job. Now, negative 4 minus negative 5 is 1. Great job. And we know that 1 divided by 1 is 1. Okay? So our slope is 1. Right? Now, that's important because we can now put this in point slope form. Okay? Remember, our point slope form is y minus our y1 is equal to mx minus x1. We are going to replace our numbers with, our letters with our numbers, okay? So we have y minus our y1, so our y1 is 2, is equal to our slope, which is 1 for this example. Then we have x minus our x1, which is going to be negative 5, okay? Now, so we start with point slope form, okay? Now we're going to transform this point slope form into slope intercept, okay? So now we're going to go to slope intercept, okay? We kind of worked on this yesterday, but it's going to get more practice today, okay? So your first step is good. Multiply or distribute your outside number. So our outside number is 1. Okay? So we have y minus 2 is equal to 1 times x is one x or x. And we have 1 times, well, this is gonna be positive 5. So 1 times 5 is 5, okay? Positive 5, okay? Now, after you distribute, you have to get your y by itself. So we do the inverse or the opposite of the number that we see with the y. So the opposite of -2 would be
Positive.
positive 2, right? So now we have y is equal to 1x plus 7. Great job, good. We went from point slope, form to slope intercept, right? Now we're going to take it a step further. We're going to now go from slope to standard form, right? So in order to make this slope form standard, we must get the x and the y on the same side, okay? So in order to move this 1x, this positive 1x, I do the inverse or the opposite of positive, which is going to be negative or subtraction of 1x, right? So right now we have negative 1x plus y is equal to 7, right? But we're almost done. The reason why we're not done yet is we have to make sure our a, or the number that's in front of x, is positive, right? Our a right now is -1, okay? Our b right now is +1, and our c is 7, okay? Our a is what's messing us up right now. So in order to get rid of this -1, we're going to multiply everything by -1, okay? So to get rid of a negative, you multiply by a negative, okay? So instead of it, we have -1 times -1, which is going to be positive 1x. We have -1 times positive 1, which is going to be negative 1y. And we have -1 times positive 7, which is going to be -7. Okay? This is what we want. This is standard.